The one thing I say on a lot of my emails when we send out to you is come hungry. I believe that when you come to this place or you go to church or you go on a mission trip, how you come affects how you leave. If you come to see the girlfriends, you'll have a great time seeing the girlfriends. If you come hungry and you want something more to take to your home and be the heart of your home, I believe Mama's the heart of her home. Because what we all know is if Mama ain't happy, thank you. And so we know that you having some sort of solidarity in your heart to go back home, to do those things that God has called you to do, is a little bit dependent on how much you want to go home with more of Him. And so we're going to give you every opportunity to be blessed by that this weekend. I've got about 5 guests that are in this room that I'd like to introduce you to. My first guest, her name is Eager Ellie. Oh my gosh, here she is. This is Eager Ellie. She's sitting in this room, but this is one of them. She is so new to homeschooling. Can you tell? She's carrying her globe around. She doesn't even know what she doesn't know yet. Eager Ellie, we are so glad you're here. Anybody who's homeschooled less than 2 years, will you please stand up? If you've homeschooled less than 2 years. Woo! They fit in. Stay right up here and scoot over a little bit. Okay, so you all fit in a little bit with Eager Ellie. I don't know. Maybe you fit in with Lana, the Lone Ranger. Lana, where are you? Here comes Lana. Now, Ellie may not know what she doesn't know, but Lana knows she knows what she knows. Lana knows it all. She can do it by herself. That's why she's Lana the Lone Ranger. She doesn't need a summit, really. She doesn't need you. She can do it all herself. Lana, we're glad you're here, Lana. Okay, where is Debbie drowning? This is Debbie drowning. She's in the room. You all might know her because she might be sitting in your chair. She is drowning by what God has called her to do because she's trying to do it herself. She is just now figuring out. She now knows that she doesn't know what she thought she knew. And she's drowning in it. And she needs air. She needs living water. Another person you need to meet is, Debbie drowning. Don't ruin it for Ellie Eager because she doesn't know yet. She doesn't know yet how it can get. We almost hate for any of you Ellie Eagers to really hear what Debbie drowning thinks. Then let's introduce you to Gidget Graduate. Where's Gidget Graduate? Woo-hoo! Gidget Graduate, she has graduated somebody. We're glad you're here, Gidget. She does know it is possible because she has graduated someone, which gets her where she believes that there is a light at the end of the road. She's done it once, she can do it again. Then the last person I want to introduce to you is Vicki Veteran. Oh, here's Vicki Veteran. She is our veteran. She is older and wiser, and she's got more gray hair than the rest of you because she has finished homeschooling. And woo! And Vicki Veteran now has actually some 20/20 hindsight on some things she would have done differently. She's earned every one of her gray hairs. You know why Vicki Veteran's here? Because, hold her up. Vicki, meet Debbie. Debbie needs some of your wisdom. Vicki Veteran is here because she knows the tightest to call of a woman is for the older to teach the younger. At your table, there is some older, to teach the younger. You have Pauls at your tables, you have Timothys at your table. I am a Timothy to many Pauls, and I'm a Paul to many Timothys. And so Vicki Veteran comes. I mean, Alita's finished. Vicki's finished. I'm telling you. She comes to tell you, and she comes to encourage you, and she comes in obedience to Titus 2. And she is here purely for you to believe that you can do it. Anybody who's homeschooled more than 15 years, please stand up. These are some of the... Okay, these are some of the women in the room you might want to listen to. So we're glad you girls are here. There's a lot more sitting in the crowd. Some of them bear your name. We're glad you're here. Okay. Okay, this is our first year to actually sell. Hey, if you're looking for a seat, there's extra seats on the front. So there's extra seats. If you have an extra seat, go ahead and raise your hand for some of the ladies. Okay, great. There's extra seats all over the place. This is our first year to actually sell something to you. I want you to know we protect the Winter Summit from wonderful or maybe not so wonderful vendors. Because I love the OCHEC convention, and I love conventioning and learning, but I usually walk away just hanging on to my pocketbook and confused. So we eliminate curriculum here. You know, curriculum's a no-no. We don't talk about it. And we don't sell you anything because in our hearts, the answer to every question is Jesus, and he doesn't cost anything. But this year we actually have, they allowed me, the team I work with allowed me the privilege of taking my top 3 pick books that have been so transforming in my life and letting you have the opportunity to get them with no tax, shipping, and handling. And I'm going to tell you about them. Sacred Marriage is a book. I mean, I don't know about you, but if you're married, you have marriage problems. Unless you're married to someone perfect or someone perfect sits in your chair, it is 100% predictable that you're going to be irritated. And I'm telling you, Sacred Marriage was transforming for me because the subtitle of the book is, What If God Designed Marriage to Make Us Holy More Than to Make Us Happy? And I read this, and not only did it change my life and my opinion about my spouse, but it changed my life and my opinion about anything that irritates me or anything that seems negative or failure or everything you don't like about life. I was reading a book on marriage. I didn't think it would transform my life. I was kind of thinking it would kind of just help me in my marriage. It changed my life to read this. I looked at my kids differently. I looked at my husband differently. When he says, basically, I love you. I want you to be conformed into my image. And you're not in my image, so I've got to smooth some things off you. And basically, you're not going to change for the guy in the Walmart line because you don't care about him. You might change for someone that's sitting at your dinner table because you want to love him. That irritating kid, you want to be Christ to him. How do you do that? This talks about the transforming power of close relationships and the thing God wants to do in those, the closest being your marriage. The next book, and we have these back there. The next book I want to talk to you about is Encouragement for the Broken-Hearted Parent, 31-day devotional. If you have any teenagers in your life, I've learned more from my teenagers and my children about God's love and God's power than anybody. But I will tell you, I have sinners in my home. Their mother birthed them from sin. And when they made choices that were not in my little waddling duck design, these are my ducks and follow me. And my heart was broken over some of these choices. I loved knowing God loved them more than me. And he had a plan greater than my ideas. And he knew my ducks were going to get out of a row. And he was going to bring glory out of it. And I was having a fit over it. And I was a brokenhearted parent. And this helped me let go and let God. I can't change them. I can't do it. I told him everything I know. I trust you. You know the number of hairs on their head. You know where they are tonight. Some of you moms? Am I the only one with imperfect kids in my home? Okay, you need to buy 31 days for a brokenhearted parent if you have any kind of rebellion in your home that's breaking your heart. Okay, and then the Circle Maker. This is the book I'm going to talk a little bit about tonight. This book is praying circles around your biggest dreams as well as your greatest fears. This book has transformed my life this year. Most of you all who heard me speak last year knew that 1,000 gifts changed my life. As I watched my father die, and the whole process of going through that, I started journaling Thanksgiving. And in journaling Thanksgiving, it just changed me. It totally changed my life to journal Thanksgiving. And this year, my book is Circle Maker, and this is praying to a God bigger than you to do bigger things than you can do. And I'm going to have a video come up that's going to tell you a little bit about the power of a thankful heart. Am I? Okay.